Subaru is Al. Al is Subaru, but Subaru is Flugel. But Roswell is Subaru, but Flugel is actually Subaru's dad. What are we talking about right now? It's schizo theories. I don't really believe in any one of them, really. But a really interesting one that I've seen, is Subaru and Subaru's dad. Natsuki Kenichi. If you look at the Japanese, Ken, Sage, right? Kenja, Ken, and then Ichi, number 1. The first Sage, what? And then you tie in the season 2 meme theories of the mayonnaise collectible bottle cap shit. I forget exactly what they were collecting, but there was something about numbers that was like being memed up to portray that like, yo, like, did this guy actually exist in World of ReZero? Like, what's going on? But remember, if Flugel is Subaru's dad, if we want to believe that, then you have to talk about how Satala and Flugel, they were like past lovers or some stuff, and how Subaru and Emilia is like this generation of that pair. But like, if Flugel is Subaru's dad, doesn't that mean Subaru's getting cucked by his dad? And then you add into the season 2 lore of Subaru's, living in the shadow of his dad. Like, thematically, it kind of makes sense, but that's fucked up. I don't think that's where we want to be going. Anyways, let's see what happens today. No opening or ending today's episode. It's as if it was made for you, huh? You talking about a guy has terrible personality? He's just talking about himself right now. It's like that news reporter meme of like, hey, mass serial killer on the loose, and it's like a sketch of a drawing, and the sketch of the drawing is literally the person broadcasting the news. Just like, wait a minute. Any books 400 years ago? Matey looking cute as usual. Matey and Shala's reaction. Matey and Shala honestly are a good pairing. I don't know. Matey just kind of doesn't have a role anymore. She just exists like a background prop just for like, cute fan service. So the library hasn't been opened up since Flugel left. 400 years it's been known as the Watchtower. Now it's back. Why? Let's think about it. Why would Flugel do this? Because in the library, we're going to learn stuff, important knowledge that will somehow help collect all the other witch factors and for Subaru to ascend or actually descend to the 0th floor. Because remember, this tower has floors that's named after the Pleiades constellation stars. But there's only 6 floors. There should be a 7th. And the 7th right now, we're assuming, is the most underground layer. And most likely, if you get through all of the different doors that Subaru was touching, 3 out of 7, Shala also mentioning 3 when we meet witch factors. Once you get to the 7, then perhaps we can get to the final layer where Satala is, I guess, sealed away. Okay, Kachira. Maybe. Just an assumption. Careful, Amelia! Whoa. Amelia's so cute, that reaction. Okay. Perception interference? Who? Are those words from real world? I'm just gonna Google it real quick. Aegon Voller. No, this seems more like actually like ReZero stuff. Noah Libertas. Yeah, no. These are, I think, just ReZero specific content and not has to do with like real world events or characters. Noah Libertas. Yeah. Who are they though? Why does it matter? Reid! Reid Austria, where is he? Because maybe we're supposed to fall into the book. Because obviously the trailer, we seem to be falling into literally the book, right? And if you look at the letters too, the letters are literally falling. It's like collapsing. Anyways, let's see if we can find something that we know. Wonder if Echidna helped assemble these books. She's a very, very greedy knowledge keeper. She loves, I'd imagine, libraries. She put Biku in one for hundreds of years. Name? Aldebaran. Would be crazy, right? Yo, would be fucking I don't think we're gonna get Al content for a long time. Whoa. We're following the book. We're following. Oh. Yeah. Creepy. Not like the witch choir sounds, but still creepy. Backstory time.
一人の女がいた。呼ぶことを躊躇するほどまだ幼い女だ。
Careful, little girl user. All right, you're slipping right now. Okay, this a little girl. Okay, this is from the PVs. I think there was like a, what's it called? There was in the trailers, right? I think we saw TYPHON for a bit, and a lot of people were like speculating, could this be like TYPHON's backstory?
躊躇するほどまだ幼い女だ。
She just playing chess. Oh,
TYPHON, 行くぞ。
TYPHON.
女の世界を
Literally black and
全
white.
員と悪
The
人
clothing.
二つには
TYPHON Papa. Oh, that's wicked. TYPHON's dad was an executioner, huh? Bro is not a D clan.
罪にふさわしい場
Kill that boy! Kill that boy! Yay! Yay! Oh my god, they are bloodthirsty here. Bro is not the D clan. I don't hear wealth, fame, power. I left it there in one
した
piece.
罪人に罪にふさわし
They
い
want to see a
罰
live
を与え
execution.
る
Woo!
善悪の天秤 それを娘に伝えようとした
That's twisted. That's wicked. What do we know about TYPHON? The Witch of Pride? She just showed up and just took Subaru's arm off. That was kind of scary. Very audacious. Her sense of judgment and what is like the law, right? Very twisted. And now you can kind of see why that it's the case. Her father literally grained this into her. She's watching it like in awe. I love the blue flower here, how the color stands out and the splash of the blood, you know, contrasts with it. Looks like she's like, wow, Papa's so cool. This is my, you know, hero.
それを娘に伝えようとしただが女には分からなかった
No? Oh.
善悪に単純な
Okay. Does she need to get front row seats to get blood splattered on her face 2 times? This makes it way more dramatic. Papa, okay, the kid does not need to be at the fucking front row of fucking, you know, like the water show, like when you see dolphins and shit and everyone's getting wet in the front row. Bro,
には分からなかった
it's only her.
善悪に単純な答えはなくに左右される
Okay.
そして
The scales of justice. Uh-oh. You gonna pay for that, kid. No, Papa! No, Papa! No, you wouldn't.
自分の罪を打ち明け、謝ったことは正しいぞ。
Aww. Thank you, Fire Dragon, for the 9 months. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, I was worried that Papa was gonna be some abusive asshole and just gonna fucking like cut her finger off and sing, "You broke something of mine, I break something of yours."
自分の罪を打ち明け、謝ったことは正しいぞ。
Okay.
その時女は理解した他でもない罪人自身の心の内にあるのだと
She just awakened. Yo, TYPHON's fart aura. Look at that. The Witch of Pride aura. I don't know what the hell's actually going on in terms of visuals. If this is supposed to be just cool aesthetic, you know, art design to show that she's understanding or if she's unlocking some power. But she gets it. The scales that measures one's sins were none other than within the sinner's own heart. If you confess, are you then good then? Confessing your sins and apologizing is the right thing to do. Let's escalate the crime here and you killed somebody and you confessed and you apologized. Could you be absolved of your sins? Like where is the extent here?
たことは正しいぞ。
Isagi, Blue Lock, Fart Aura.
その時女は天秤は
T-posing on us.
罪人自身の心の内にあるの
ご
Confess your sins. Oh! Because remember, what did she say to Subaru, right? It's the words, right? This is the witch factory stuff we saw at the tea party. Like basically, if you think you're a bad person, then you admit it, right? You guilty, right? You acknowledge that you are a sinner, and then boom, dead, right? Right? I wonder. So the witch factor just, but it's, I don't know how witch factors work, but the power literally just awakened there. I wonder why she always carries a blue flower though. Like, what is thematically the blue flower here? That's terrifying. Dude, imagine having this like as like a conditional like okay like this like TYPHON could easily be an S grade curse that like Geto would have or Kenjaku would have, you know? And literally, you know that lady that shows up and say, "Am I pretty?" and Toji has to like acknowledge it. Imagine a curse shows up and the conditional is, "Are you a sinner or not?" And like, and you just die if you. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy, bro. And now she's popping off. She loves it. What is this power emanating from the flower? She's spamming it. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. Yo, Papa, put your daughter down. Now I see why they had to fucking drown this bitch. This is crazy. She's a kid though. This is just a naive kid that has seen so much death that like, I guess this doesn't even like do anything. It's a very extreme and circumstantial environment where the Papa wanted to raise her through the lens of an executioner, but this girl that has no nuance of what is good and evil, right? What is good and true or false, like good and bad, like, and now she's just spamming it because it's beholden to you. Acknowledge that you're a sinner, then you just deserve to die. What an absolute way of seeing it. This is a disaster. This is crazy. What I'm more interested in though is how is the power manifesting, right? She looks so demonic here with the eyes and the shading. Also, the lolly voice acting. The baby Goo Goo Gaga voice acting saying, "You do something bad, Goo Goo Gaga?" And you just start dying. The contrast of it is like morbid. God damn. Oh shit! Not the dad! Everyone's a sinner inside!
満足した天秤をようやく手に入れた罪を問い
She was born!
罰を与え罪人を裁き続けた
I am the scales of justice. Okay, this backstory is hype. I love it. TYPHON, a witch's backstory. Damn, chills, bro. For some reason, when I saw this place, I also thought about Pristella because of how, you know, it was like a circular city, you know, just in the middle of the fucking water and it drowned TYPHON, right? Maybe there's some parallels there, who knows? But man, how do you deal with this child who has this such innocent yet wicked perception of justice? You admit you're a sinner or not. Only someone so fucking twisted could combat that. Like everyone, every average person is going to have that guilt no matter what. That's what it means to be human, to be able to do good or bad. This is why it's so bad, right? No one is absolutely good or bad. No one is absolutely, you know, like a pure person. Everyone is riddled with, that's what it means to be a human. I feel like maybe Betelgeuse could pass. Basically, you need someone insane. So fucking insane that they think what they've done is everything is correct, right? So you have to remove the humanity to pass this test. This is a crazy power. Or just have like a, what's it called? Noise. Be deaf. So to beat TYPHON, you have to just be deaf or just put noise canceling AirPods in, I guess. What you gonna do? I am justice. すごく mentioned.
なんとか持ってかれずに済んだか。俺。
スバルは知ってる名前なのかしら。
Hell yeah, かしら。
のよ。別に他の本と変わらないかしら。
Only Subaru can actually interact and understand what's going on in the books. Interesting. But they're allowed to be in here, and I'm sure Subaru can just retell the story.
そういうことと見たのよ。
この本だけ。
スバルはその
Why only this book? Has he been looking at other books? I thought this is the one book that he actually just picked up just to look at. He can read other books, right? It's not just this
は
one.
違って見えた。そういうことと見たのよ。
そうだ。けど、
ティフォンって人とどこで？
I drank your arch nemesis's piss, and we had a tea party. And then she showed up and broke my arm off. How do we explain this?
エミリアタンが知らないってことは会ってないんだろうけど、墓所にいたんだよ。
Yeah.
ここにいた魔女の一人だ。傲慢の魔女で、見た目はベアコぐらいの無邪気の残酷って言葉が具現化したみたいな子だった。
Barely dark skin, bro. Whitewash fucking dark skin lolly. Light skin lolly. Light skin lolly is crazy. It's just someone like her just being like the arbiter of justice, just a terrifying concept. I just want to know, how did the witch factor just like manifest? How did those powers come to be? The blue flowers, is she still wearing clothing that kind of has that blue flowers? Kind of. Does anyone know what the symbolic meaning of what that blue flower was?
残酷って言葉が具現化したみたいな子だった。今俺は人生ルーツか。とにかくそんなところなかったけどな。
人の記憶を
So has she just been going around just asking people, are you a good person? Are you a good person? Just been killing off people. And she just gets high off of that power of like, yes, I defeated the bad people. I'm making the world a great place. But again, the child's naivety combined with this absolute power that doesn't work on humans. Because again, human beings are riddled with good and bad. That is truly a disaster just placed in the world. That is diabolical.
なんだかますます墓
Yes.
所の試練みたい。
Tests and trials, echidna's influence is here for
自
sure.
分なら楽勝だったけど。
Super easy. Right. Yes. Ain't nobody believing that shit. Ain't nobody believing that shit. 1 second. 1 moment. Technical difficulty. Be right back. Here we go. Ready? Lock in. Let's go.
それってなんだかますます墓所の試練みたい。
好勝負だったけどね。まあ楽勝だったけど。
Super easy for sure.
そうね。
Cap.
を追体験する本。
Hmm.
言い換えれば過去をたぐる手段でもあるかしら。
Can we perhaps find the book called Satala? How about Flugel? Hmm?
なんていうのは。
Julius! Oh god, what's going on?
ユリス。
What do you see? What do you read?
アナスタシオ様。
そう。それで大丈夫やんな。
読めない本で知恵熱ってあった。
Bro was like having a panic attack and fell down on his ass, and other people are like, take calm breaths, you're gonna be fine. Subaru was like, dumb motherfucker couldn't even read the book. What are you scared about?
するぜってあった。
意地悪言わないの。
Amelia's right.
本当に。
What was that? What did you see, bro?
とはいえ心臓に悪い体験か。
What do you see?
確かボラキア帝国の将軍。
Oh, Wallachia mentioned the continent to the south of Lugunica, right? The martial, like what's it called? Like dictatorship, like military empire. We fought against Kurgan, which was one of like the 9 generals. Al was also kind of like from there during his Colosseum days. Gonna be a big place that's gonna be relevant in the arc after this. I hear from ReZero. Former general.
類まれなる実力の持ち主で高潔な武人でした。命を拾いま
They
した。
fought.
それも紙一つ。
Oh. Kind of ambiguous, right? Who won? He narrowly escaped, but who knows what the other guy was like. But okay, he fought one of the strongest and got away.
拾いましたが、それも紙一重でした。
Cool.
やっぱりそうなのよ。
Yeah.
それも死者の過去を追体験する本か
Can
し
we
ら。
find one called Flugel or Satala, please?
本過去から今に至るまでの世界中の死者の名
Book of
前
the
があるん
Dead.
じゃ誰かの本を探そうなったらどれだけかかるんやろね。
この書庫を作ったやつ性格最悪だな。
He just keeps shitting on himself. At least he's aware. I still think that Echidna definitely helped in designing this place. Definitely the test, right? Because the comparison with the trials and how she was there 400 years ago. The soundtrack that's been playing, you know, during the scene, I think it's so good to add to this like mystique of this like place of knowledge, this palace of just like information, so mystified.
わかるんやろね。
Ooh.
やつ
Bro, that's you, man.
性格最悪だな。
You keep shitting on yourself.
気が遠くなりそうなお話よね。
謎解きからこっち参戦。
かしらね。ただ、あるってことなんでしょ？
That's fucked. Wonder if people dying in other loops that Subaru has gone through would be valid in reading these books. So here, you're only able to read books of people that are dead, right? No present living being can you actually get information of. They must have died in the past. Just wondering if there's some sort of loop where, like, you know, he's been through many different situations, many other characters have died that's alive right now. Could we read those books? Who knows?
あるってことなんでしょ？
That's fucked.
死者の書。
That's crazy. She's openly just flexing that, like, yeah, I killed a lot of people.
死者の書か。
Hey. Yeah, you like
なん
that?
かお前にしんどい。
Why? It's worse than because she's also terrible. Melee interactions are cute. Charlotte just keeps shooting these shots, huh? What was she doing there? It's just like Charlotte's like talking with Julius. Oh, hey, you looking at me? Boom, smack, blocked by James, and then Melee just giggling.
か。
兄さんたら悪い男の人よね。
You like bad
なんか
people?
お前に言われるとラムとか変なタイミングだけど少しお前のこと聞いていいか？
Oh, she did not like that.
お兄さん気が多すぎだと思うわ。
What? What?
違うからそういうのじゃないか。
ことがあるんなら聞いたらいいんじゃない？
So how did you get into this line of business of assassinating people? You're a child. Where's your parents? What's your backstory? Like, what kind of kid just goes into this business of killing people?
あえて
Alright, come sit here. That was cute. The little pat.
ならお言葉に殺し屋なんて。
Yeah! Why? To survive?
前よ。
5 or 6?
でも私
How old are you right now? Probably like 11 or 12? Like, what the hell?
の言いつけに従ってたって感じなの
Mama.
よね。
Capella. Mama mentioned again.
それってつまり
Sad.
物心つく前に森に放り捨てられて魔獣ちゃんたちに育ててもらったのよね。
That's crazy. She's so lucky that she has the divine protection to control mob beasts too. Damn, she's kind of like a Tarzan in a way. She's just like raised by animals, mob beasts.
するのか？
普通の子は無理よ。
Mm.
でも私は生まれつき魔獣ちゃんそれで助かったみたいね。た原因もこのカゴのせいだと思うから。
Like she was cursed with this power, and the parents were so scared they just dropped the kid off into the beasts. Who knows? She doesn't take it too personally. It's kind of sad. Feels like she's just coping, laughing about it. But her entire childhood was robbed. What's she gonna do? Cry and complain and be like, "Whoa, woe is me." It's better that she just lives her own life to her fullest.
いいのか悪いのかよくわからないわよね。
メイリー、もしもの話なんだが。
何？
この中にお前の
私の親？
Matey's parents.
そ
Who
れっ
could
て
they be?
ママじゃなくて本物のってこと？
That's right, because Mama right now, right? It's Capella. That was the cut content, the hire. That you can remember. Elsa and Matey were not hired by the same people. Elsa Roswell, like Matey Capella. No interest, really?
そうなの？
No regrets, no
し
nothing.
ないでねお兄さん。
She don't need closure.
私よ。
Wow.
なんていうかそういう対象じゃないのよね。もし私が読んでみたいって言ったらどうする気だったの？
I'll read it for you.
そりゃ探しただろう。いろいろ調べて親の名前が分かったら時間作って。
お兄さんって本当にねえ、
It's honestly heart touching how much Subaru like cares about Matey and wants to like be good for her, and she still has this like guard up, strong independent woman who don't need no parents, no nothing. She don't need a closure. They're not worth thinking about. This is interesting. This is actually kind of sad. But like, it's good for her that she's like living that way, you know? She doesn't have to regret. It's better than just like pitying herself. She's gotten over it.
本当におバカさんよね。
なんでだよ。
と、
Mm.
この本って
Also, book for Elsa. Yo, let's go read a book for Elsa. No. Elsa's a dear friend of Matey, kinda. And Elsa's been around. Yo, where the Bow Hunter at?
この本ってどんな感じで増えてくのかしら。例えば、お兄さんの本が急にストンって出てくるの？それは興味あるわ。
You wanna try it? It just feels like Echidna definitely had some play in this, right? Some sort of magical system that we just can't really understand. There's no way Echidna didn't design it, right? She must be like, as soon as someone dies, all their shit gets packaged up and just placed in the book automatically.
それは興味あるわ。
悪いけどそれはお前のために試してやれねえわ。
使ったの？
残念。
Well, Super is probably gonna die a lot this time. So in every one of those loops, you know, Matey can check if the book has been updated here, I guess.
ごめんなさい。
ざっと見て回ったが、本の並びにも法則性は見出せなかったないらしい。
No order, no
つま
nothing.
り、よくわからんってことがわかったってことやね。
Amazing. We figured nothing out. So everything is randomized. There's no serialization. There's no catalog. Wonder if it's in like order of death, but that would mean chronologically. There is no chronological order of death either. It's just good fucking luck.
この書庫は今の俺たちの手には余る感じだな。
We have all the answers we could possibly want, but we can't even find it. This is the next level of trolling from Tape. Cause like, if you just showed up here and you just got answers to everything you could ever want to know, then it's like, oh, it's okay. Where's the fun? So another creative way where it's like, yeah, everything you want is here, but like, you can't find it. Fuck you. Okay, fine.
前が見つかっても、その人がすごく難しいもんね。
すごーく。
そうなると次の試験。
Oh,
2層への
second
賛成
floor.
です。
Okay, next
それに
test.
しても
どこにも見当たらないよな。
Did she just say Kashira?
に上がる階段ってどこにあるのかしら。
Emilia Kashira!
悪い相手やし、階段探しも試験のうちかもしれんね。
She just dissed Flugel, which is Subaru kinda. Anyways, that's kind of funny, but Subaru would shit on himself too.
ちょっと来い。
Personality. What are they doing? Meili's just catching up on her childhood, alright? Let them hang out. They're having fun.
ちょっと来い。
Whoa. Ow. Ow. Imagine your knees. Oh, the burn.
次何してほしいんすか？
役感あるな。お前、2層に行く階段。
That's so troll how there's also 3 stars here. 3 dots in her eyes. The Scorpio constellation seems to have those 3 dots, right? In the each like eye section anyways. 3 stars.
されると罪悪感あるな。お前、2層に行く階段の場所ってどこにある？
しっさ。
Nah?
400年もそれってす
す
ごくびっくり
ご
ね。
ー
シャウラさん、ちょっとプレイヤーですの番人って立場なんやんな。
Mm.
エグザクトリー
English
なるほ
again.
ど。4つ。
Mm.
5つかな。
What?
シャウラさんの決まり事。5つと違う？
5 rules?
決まり事。
ことだ。
Her reaction.
そうしたそもそも言わなかっただけっす。
Okay, she's a terrible liar. This is a power pose by Matey, by the way. Whenever someone has their hands like that, that means like they feel in power. They feel calm and they have command over the room. Anyways, it's some non-verbal language bullshit. So it's like no one asked her. It's not like she's hiding anything. It's just like you never asked.
だから言わなかっただけっす。そこのところは書面に残してもらいたいっす。
いいから全部話す。
けど、お師様が足に内緒でぶっ殺すっす。
Yeah? I kind of want to see it. I want to see it. I want to test it. Because like, I feel like she would do it. These are absolute orders. Just like the way she was shooting us down when we were arriving here. But like, now that we've seen how funny and slice of life, you know, this part humanizes her. For her to just brutally murder us down without mercy, I want to see it.
だな。
やりたくてやるわけじゃないっす。
It's an order.
例えの話、ない問題なんすよ。
Interesting. It's like a pact or something, right? To Flugel. She must obey it no matter what. So Flugel created this place where only Subaru could enter and figure shit out. he also has a law where you can't leave either. He really wants us to figure it out. But we're here before we even have all the witch factors. That's a really peculiar thing, right? Because you would think that like this place is the final endgame location to unlock Satala when we get all the 7 witch factors. We're only about half the way there, which is also kind of noted by Shala when she says 3 most likely. But even here, when we're not supposed to do that just yet, there is essential knowledge, some sort of prerequisite that must be done no matter what, or else, I mean, that's why he's saying that we can't leave.
そもそもこれはアーシンにとって逆らえない問題なんすよ。めちゃめちゃ
すればまさか契約とか言い出さないだろうな。お前も
な。
精霊とかそんなふわふわした連中と一緒にされたらたまったもんじゃないっす。
She said fuck the spirits. What else do we know in this world? Human, definitely not a demi-human, not a spirit. What are you? I don't know.
じゃないっす。断固拒否。
Just shit on spirits.
それならそれでお前
What
は
are
何
you?
なんだよ。精霊
And also to say that in front of a great spirit's also insane. Remember how much like respect Julius had to Byakuya when Byakuya pulled up in season 3 in Pristella? The great spirit, the amount of respect placed onto that, right? There's like tiers and hierarchies. For Shala to just shit on that, it's kind of like shows that she's really just beyond spirits, huh?
が精霊と関係あるからな。ああ、精霊でもないんならそんな
What is she doing? What's her job? What does she do? Don't worry about it. She's just here to be cute.
なんなんだよ。精霊でもないんならそんな必死になって契約を守ろうとする必要ないだろう。
精霊使いじゃなくても約束は守らなくちゃダメに決ま
That's
ってる
right.
じゃない。
Promises are very important.
今のは
3、はい。
約束は大事、約束は大事、約束は大事。
It's gonna break them though. That was the funny parallel where it's like promises are so important to Amelia. Subaru constantly breaks them in season 2.
だくそ、キリキリ吐き。
Oh, the character acting. You like the false accusation? Just like the master. Looks like that's what Flugel does. This is a crazy scene here.
それでこそお日様っす。
Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
話す。
Okay.
不祥博士。
Okay.
まず大図書館プレイヤーですの挑戦者はもう絶対
Until when?
ただしちゃんと大図書館の試験を解き終えて
Complete the
一
tests.
層まで行きちなみにこの条件リングマシンに早変わりするっすから
I can't wait to see that. And she's just gonna turn into Terminator
に
again.
早変わりするっすからお日様との約束は無効っす
Okay.
ただ失礼っす
ずつくわ。
お日様を出せこれは進化に違いないっす
I guess in the past, she could never hurt Flugel at all. You know, with this absolute law, like it's actually kind of working. Okay. Actually kind of insane how like she remembers all these rules after 400 years. You would think that you would forget, right? 400 years has passed. She still remembers every little bit.
つけるのに成功するなんて足も腕を上げたっせこれは進化に違いないっす続きましてもう飽きたんでポンポン行くっす
Rapid fire.
試験を終えずに去ること
Okay.
3書庫への不敬を禁ず
Disrespecting?
4当そ
What does that mean? Disrespecting the library. You're like, fuck this book. You just die? Yeah.
あ
What's the 5th rule?
5はないっす
試験の決ま
Is there a 5th rule? What if there isn't? She forgot. And we're gonna get punished later without even knowing we're breaking the rule. Alright, there's only 4 rules! Alright, good luck!
何か我々の知らない決め事が裏に隠
This is
され
kind
て
of scary. What the fuck? Good luck!
なんやね
You sure?
違うっす
Yeah?
今度は嘘じゃねえっす
Okay.
それに抜かるのは足のものっす間違ったっす足様のものっす
いらね
What does that even mean? My body is mine? She got so happy about that. My body is mine. Because this body is a vessel? That's a temporary thing? That she actually doesn't have ownership of? I don't know. This line, it's maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but as long as these rules aren't broken, my body is mine. Oh, I messed up. It's Master's body, actually. I don't know. We talking about some sort of vessels and souls inhabiting vessels? Or are we talking about some sort of BDSM weird shit where Shala is a kinky sex toy for Flugel and she plays into that and that's why she's blushing like that? I don't know.
足のものっす間違ったっす
らねえ。それもいらねえ。
それにしても試験を終わ
Like when we think about like how she'll turn into a cold-blooded killer and just kill you no matter what if you break those rules, right? Kind of sounds like she's like a robot, right? Like she just feels like an automated robot. And she has these programs that she cannot disobey and she goes Terminator mode. So are we talking about that kind of thing of like my body is mine?
いらねえ。
でも心は常にお日様のものぜ。
それもいら。
外に出られないなんてやっぱり母女の試練に似てるわよね。
Because the kidna.
そう倒せれば帰っていいんだろう。某所より緩いよ。
I love the little look that Subaru had to Anastasia for a bit. Just because you know echidna stuff, right? But it's not the real echidna.
あ、某所より緩いよ。
お日様はそんなことしないっす。誰よりも。やべ
Whoa,
え。嘘ついたら
whoa, whoa.
体かゆくなってきたんだ。
What? Don't even know if we're supposed to censor this or not because she's just scratching her fucking titties. Telling a lie makes her body itch. You were kinder and more generous than anyone. That was a lie?
やべえ。嘘ついたら体かゆくなってきたんだ。
Okay.
よし行け。
任せて。
Okay. And now Meidi is commanding the, you know, the Gundam known as Shaola. This body being some sort of like robotic body, some sort of vessel, some sort of, you know, doll, golem, whatever vessel, right? It's making more and more sense, I think. She's also dropping a lot of like hints of like, this isn't, you know, like what is she? She's not a human, she's not a spirit, but we don't really know. My body is mine. Wait a minute. My body is Master's. Her body starts itching when she starts lying. I don't know. But now that I think about the whole Terminator style way of thinking, even her eyes kind of creeps me out like a robot with the red dots.
ねえ、私少しだ人が塔を作ったってところでずっと考えてたの。
Yeah, you've been thinking, Emilia?
場の
That's kind of patronizing. Just the way to Anastasia, because Emilia is so pure.
性格の素直じゃない人が塔を作ったってところでずっと考えて
Wow, so cute.
それで
だから階段の場所なんだけど
Yeah. Emilia figured it out? Oh my god, Ore
や
Monster!
っぱりこの塔を作ったやつの性格くっそ。
作れましたね。
Okay.
3層にいなかったでしょ。
No.
それなら今まで通った。
実は最初からここに。
Big brain Emilia moment? She actually got it? I thought she was gonna embarrass herself and say something so pure and innocent and naive, but nah, she actually solved it. But were these stairs not here the whole time?
階段。実は最初からここにあったなんてことないよな。
かもしれないかしら。
Somehow we met the prerequisite, which is maybe opening up the library, and now this place opened up too.
よし、じゃあサバッと挑んでズバッと攻略してやるぜ。
Nostalgic soundtrack.
いいぞベアゴー。
Ore Monster! Ore Monster! Isn't that what Shala was saying before? The da 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 da. No, she was doing drum roll sound effects. Oh. The next floor. We're back in Tengen-sama's room. Where's Tengen-sama at? Test time?
しら
またこの部
ここが期待通り。
なのよ。多分あれがそのきっかけかしら。
Oh, the sword.
からして。
Reid
さなが
sword?
ら戦
Are you worthy to pull out the sword?
行くぜ。
Here we go! Now we get to see Reid. I really thought that this scene was from like them like opening of a book that had to do with Reid Austria and he fell into it. Because it was called like the book of in the trailers. But no. This is it. This is the test. Julius, good luck with the chopsticks. Oh god. Heavenly sword! Creepy voice again. Oh god, it's him! Yo.
点検に至りし
Epic voice actor!
かの者
He's just spamming NPC dialogue! Whoa.
点検に至りし
Is he gonna just keep spamming the NPC line? Bro, come on. Say something else. Shala shitting her pants. He's still saying it. Is he gonna pass out? What's going on, bro? Oh! He's hungover. Well, we know that they have beef a little bit, right? We're talking about some sort of like, but it was Orion though that was mentioned. Anyways, Shala and Reid, right? Reid is a terrible, terrible fucking garbage human being according to her. She's still traumatized. Shala is just so expressive. Nah. He don't know where he is.
俺の子分と似た喋りしてんじゃねえぞおめえ。おめえ俺の子分かよ。ちげえよな。
Whoa. This guy's straight out of like a delinquent anime. Bro just got the Yakuza mouth. Oh my god.
おめえ俺の子分かよ。ちげえよな。ちげえんなら紛らわしい真似すんじゃねえっつんだよおめえ。いいよな。いいよな。エロいよな。
He said no to Lolly. He's like, Ionna, Ionna. Oh, sexy onna. Lolly, Lolly. Eroi onna. Lolly. Zako, Zako. Zako.
Koben, Zako. Jerry, Koben, Zako.
But like Julius at least got acknowledged as a crony. You know, even though he said, hey, how dare you talk like one of my cronies? Like, yeah, that actually is like an acknowledgement, right? That Julius, alright, you're a fucking knight. Alright, fine. But super small fry is Zako. Matey though, Biko, all just lolly. Eroi onna.
私はあなたの子分ではない。
その言い分、ますます子分そ。じゃあ始めっか。
My crony, the knightly way. I don't. Could he be talking about the blonde-haired guy? So in the ending visuals, there is a Lugunican royal amongst the party, the heroes' party, right? And it's gonna call that the heroes' party. And clearly, like, this is like a very knightly way of doing it. Maybe that royal was also that like knightly thing, and the crony thing. Don't copy him, right? Maybe he's kind of like referring to that. Also, if he doesn't acknowledge Shala right now, because he just called her Eroi onna. I don't know. It just feels like, has he lost his memories? Because he doesn't even know where he is. He just got summoned here for a test. But it feels like this version of Reid may not be the same one that Shala remembers, right?
子分そっくりじゃねえか。真似すんじゃねえ。
待って、さっきからお前勝手に話進めすぎだろ。
うるせえだろうが。人の話はちゃんと聞けやおめえ。
I wish that Reid would like call out Subaru for like something to do with Flugel, but nah, not at all. He does not acknowledge him. He does not recognize him. He just calls him a small fry. That's it.
いやおめえ。
さっきからって。
点検に至りし愚者かの者の
なざことは違えな。よく見たすぎんだろおめえ。
She flirting? Are we getting rizzed right now by the legendary hero himself?
いいんだな。
知らねえ。他人のつけた肩書きなんざ興味ねえや。
Okay.
俺とも動かしてみろやおめえ。
Move him!
ルグニカ王国この駅師団。
名乗る名なんざねえや。
That's crazy how he says he has no name or saying. You are the first hero. But I guess like he really doesn't care about any of those accolades, any of the glaze and the clout that he has earned. He just himself. Stick swinger. Title drop. There it is. He's a very humble man. Very rude, arrogant, crass man. That is just so indulgent in his pleasures for women. He does not approve of lollies though. He's like, oh, pretty woman, eroi woman, lolly, Zako. Anyways, this episode, I think, really nice setup episode. Really cool exposition. Definitely the, man, the TYPHON stuff here, that was compelling. That was really cool. And the Reid stuff at the end, really cool too. The middle part is kind of slower, but trying to explain what's going on in the library and, you know, the whole the setup of this, but also goes into a little bit more hint at like what Shala could be. Reid, arrogant but humble man. Doesn't care about the title of the hero, doesn't care about Sword Saint, whatever. I'm just a stick swinger. And he just lives by his own terms, and that's why he's such a Giga Chad. So this test is for us to literally move the guy. There is nothing we can do in terms of reading constellations. And now we think about it, right? Why do we have a party here? If this entire thing is just all things that Subaru can do, then there's no point having other people around, right? So now it makes sense that like, yeah, in this test, yeah, Subaru is gonna be there, but we're gonna need his friends. So I guess Flugel had the insight that one day he'll show up here with like strong, powerful allies that will help him get through these tests. To move the hero is gonna be crazy. We've seen some really hyped, you know, action sequences in the trailer between these two, so I'm very excited to see how that's gonna play out in the next couple episodes. Shala, the mystery continues. I think at this point, we're kind of just like saying that this body is like a fake body, artificial body, a vessel, an android, a golem, a clay doll, something. When she said, "My body is mine," that was like a very weird line. And also the fact that she's lived for 400 years. And what else? The fact that she seems to just have these like modes, right? This contract where she must obey them. Not a contract between a spirit and a spirit user, but I don't know. There's some sort of autonomous Terminator robot that's gonna kill you if you leave. That's kind of scary. And then the TYPHON stuff in the beginning. Man, that book was hype. An innocent child that is not so innocent. She watches her father execute, and she is constantly asking herself, what is justice? What is good and bad? And off of one little experience where she drops the thing, maybe the father should have beat her. This is gonna sound crazy, okay? But because the father here was wholesome and told, "No, my dear daughter, you are not a bad person. You admitted your sins and apologized. You're a good girl." This is what set everything in motion! She literally like unlocked a fucking witch factor here, and she's like, "Ah, yes, father. Are you a good person?" And now she just walked from one place to another asking, "Are you a good person?" And then the entire place just gets decimated. Scary, terrifying shit. That's some witch shit, man. That's it from me. If you're still here though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for even more content. And until next time, take care.